and then, cross our fingers and hope we can get a bomb plan.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe the veto system was ban, 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 pick, pick, blah, blah, blah. Whereas if it was ban, ban, pick, pick, maybe we would have had 3 maps that we would have seen the best of these teams from. But we are on to Nuke. We're going to see 4 players for Envy on the armor hype with just NBK with a smoke. It's going to go well so far for EnVyUs, and NaVi pretty much got cleaned out in a matter of 3 to 5 seconds there. So not much to report. Only Happy going down. We'll have to rebuy his armor.
We had a perfect display of Smiths, attempting to shoot. It's a good thing he had the USPS. They never really picked up on where they were getting shot from. Sees, shakes his head in dejection right there. I mean, they know now that they've got a long road ahead of them, NaVi, that this is going to be a struggle. And a full Glock save here after a round without getting a plant makes me think either Galil buy early or Tech9 full Tech9 with nades.
Some of the EnVyUs players did not get touched after buying armor in the previous round, so they will upgrade to helmets for all of $350. Important little note there. That change will allow Smith to go straight for the M4. Now, no kills, unsurprisingly, with those Glocks for NaVi. Another clean round for EnVyUs.
And nothing much to comment there. Apart from NaVi focusing on yard, Shoxy holding it down with the Deagle. Maybe he'll pick up 1 headshot there. He got a little bit of help at the end to get his 2nd frag of the round. But look at that. Shoxy just jumped straight up to the AWP. And we do see that early buy out of NaVi. So NaVi with the eco, we'll see if it actually pays off here because they are still just so limited on nades. Zeus, he's got a Galil, but they have 3 smokes and no flashes, no HEs, 3 smokes to take a sight on Nuke.
Best of luck with that. Shoxy gets smoked off from the main angles outside. Pretty much straight away. There was a smoke going down towards the other side. In fact, they've walled off outside, but look at Happy's position. He's in a position to use and abuse. Let's see if he can manage to do that. Flamey's heading his way. There is a flash, which is going to blind Flamey, but no peek from Happy. He's going to play the patient game.
Yeah, and he hears him stepping behind him as well. So there's the first never mind.
And a spray down. It's not going to get him the frag. That's going to be an early advantage, but he died with a lot of information for his team. Shoxy going for a rotation there, but he sees a teammate fall, and he will go straight back up the ladder. Last thing he wants is to give Guardian an AWP. He misses the shot. That is not a good start. Trying to wallbang, not finding the right angle. And with 40 seconds on the clock, EnVyUs in an awkward position now.
A fresh smoke going down to block off main, however, and there you go. That's exactly what they needed. Kiyoshima and NBK both laying frags. NBK gets caught out by Zeus, however, but Zeus and exactly both remaining members are so very low. Edward has only got 10 HP to work with. He's going to work his way into main, but with 20 seconds left on this clock, he doesn't have much time to actually get on that bomb, let alone win the round. And you can see him. He's just looking up to the heavens. Why? Why is it so hard for us to get something going here on RT side?
So things going back and forth. Speaking to Semphis from Cloud9, actually, he thinks that this back exit to vents would be a good change if it was blocked off to stop the CTs rotating so fast. So if they did it, they would be exposed to people in the site should anybody be there. So I'm hoping that the with Nuke being removed from the official map pool, I'm hoping that people, pro players, etc., teams put out videos on their YouTube channels and give their own opinions to the about how the changes to Nuke, because nobody wants another cobblestone.
Yeah. And there was actually, I think there was a thread on Reddit right now. Cotton from Sivo actually, put out a video with, taking some pro feedback, putting it out there. So we'll see if any of that is picked up on. Well worth a check. Go on Reddit, you'll find it there. But right now, as expected, Edward is the only man with any kind of gear going for himself. P250s and a Tech9 picked up for NaVi, but no nades. So again, it's going to be a bit of the run and gun. Edward lands that jump, gets up onto Silo, but the wall bang is already coming through because they hear him stepping out there on the roof. The Smiths, you can see he's positioned right next to it. They know that there's going to be somebody up on Silo.
Shoxy was already looking towards Silo, but he's repositioned himself. Gone for a more passive play here. He sees T's peeking outside. He wants to rip their chests open with that AWP. But
very graphic.
Doesn't get the shot just yet. I've been reading Walking Dead comics.
That's why.
It's changed my life for the worse.
It's funny that you read that because I was reading World War Z. So there we go. Zombies everywhere.
Okay, so the anti-eco has begun. And it's going well so far. And that is another clean round for Envy. These are 4 pretty clean rounds for the French side. And that will be great for their economy going forward. We are going to see the buy coming out for NaVi now. AWP, of course, on Guardian. We'll see if they can get the can opener working, or if EnVyUs will continue to be successful. So there's a 4 quick, clean rounds to the French side. And again, I I do have the knife round in the back of my mind as we watch this continue. We'll see if the good fortune stays the way of EnVyUs.
Playing very carefully, our EnVyUs right now. Shoxy has repositioned himself, and he's going to go for a peek into secret. So I like this play from him. Happy is there to plug the gap as well to make sure that the wraparound through main can't quite happen. Guardian is up on silo, though, and he is going to have eyes into secret if Shoxy was to push up here. But Shoxy just patiently waiting, and we'll see how this peek lines up for NaVi. If he gets impatient, he lands the flick on a Flamey, though, just obliterates him flat out, and he's already prepared for the push that could potentially come in to try and hunt him down.
Okay, so Zeus going down to Happy as well. Pretty much business as usual on this heavily CT-favored map. See Happy spinning between Hell and the balcony area. He will get taken down by Guardian, who spent a lot of time on main roof with nobody to engage. Finally finds Happy. 45 seconds left on the clock here as Shoxy's just holding an angle on secret at the moment. Guardian heading back into the lobby area with the AWP, and we have Edward around the main section. So he will get taken down, though, by a peeking Tom.
Shoxy's going to get the drop on him. Now the question is whether Guardian can find the angle. Shoxy's already in position, though. Takes that shot, but Guardian lands it. Just crouches right into the proper angle. Sees tries to sneak his way up Cat, but he's going to get caught. And it's just a quick exchange of frags that leads to Envy picking up their 5th round. So NaVi, not a whole lot they can do once they gave up their positions. It was all about the element of surprise there. But Envy had a very solid setup as far as not getting flanked out by Seized. He got up to Cat unmolested, but then as soon as he stepped off of it, bam, they just shut him down, and then they root out, they find where Guardian is lurking and just get the job done from there. So Envy just kind of going through their paces. NaVi have now lost so many rounds that they're able to get another buy-in despite not getting the bomb plant.
It's early on in this match, but speaking to James Duffield on the analyst desk earlier, he did say that this is his favorite map to watch, and I just think he's sick in the head for that, because this is what most of the maps on Nuke are. Just a complete slaughter of the NaVi side. That's a good start opening. Oh, this is a good opening onto the A side, actually. They could get their first round in the bag here, but EnVyUs still in strong positions. Shoxy popping out from main. Happy is in heaven as well. Shoxy getting a second kill onto Guardian, so now it's Flamey versus 3.
And even survives that as well. He's still alive. That's crazy that Shoxy is here. He peeks out at just the right time, but Happy's going to rob him of the frag. All right, we're going to make an adjustment to that earlier statement regarding Nuke. It winds up like this if the T side has no idea what they're doing. Exactly.
I said if it's like the best teams on Nuke in the world, then it's fantastic to watch. But outside of that one handful of teams.
But that could be said for any map. That could be said for any map.
This is what it's like. It's like when you're in a villain movie, right? And someone's put in a chair, and the floor is slowly opening into a pool of sharks, and they're just slowly going down.
Do the sharks have lasers on their heads?
Of course they do. Of course they do.
That is actually a really scary image.
And they're wind powered because it's 2015.
I'm going to get a nightmare. Thanks, James.
I wouldn't say I'd say it's more apparent on this particular map than others, because often you see people just going for pushes without any proper drills and strats towards A, etc. This is something we saw a distinct lack of until for a while, until the old DAT team started doing drills. But for the most part, you just see people playing for picks.
And that's exactly what's happening here. But there is a bit of aggression coming out from NaVi, just rushing into ramp. They're going to be able to take it over, but Shoxy hits that difficult shot, catches Seized before he can get out of harm's way. Kyoshima on the lower side is going to stop Zeus from rotating in. Flamey is going to catch Shoxy out, and somehow we found ourselves into a 2-on-2. But with 45 seconds left, Flamey actually has to head back and burn a lot of time off this clock to go and pick up the bomb. And now he's actually going to try and change it up, but pretty sure that Kyoshima heard those steps.
Yeah, Kyoshima looking for the flank now. Smith's in the position on main as well. Two players have spotted each other. Flamey gets behind the site, though, and he is going to get a successful plant. So it's going to be the retake. Edward with no armor going to shoot Smith straight in the face. Now it's a 2 versus 1. Kyoshima just emerging up the vent like a nuclear missile, but won't be detonated today as Flamey does take him out, and NaVi find their first round on the board.
And there you have it. It is possible. But again, based off of run and gun, based off of full YOLO.
Yeah.
Just going into ramp, like we're all just going to run right in there. And they do manage to quickly overwhelm the defense there. And past that point, it's not about strats. It's about who's going to get the right timing. How are you communicating with your team? And that time around, NaVi, they played it down to a T. Flamey really saving the day to be able to get that bomb and get that plant.
It's really important NaVi win this round. A, because they've reset their loss bonus after winning that round. And B, because Envy don't really have that much money in the bank here. So if they can break them, then they could string a number of rounds together. But it needs to break them.
Well, Shoxy misses that flick on the man behind T-Red, and they are going to be able to get control of this area here, NaVi. There's a bit of a gap, and Shoxy's kind of left to hang out for dry, and there it is. Guardian will pick up that kill, takes the time to double scope, and gets the job done. And a man advantage now for NaVi, moving down to lower, but Happy is going to be able to make it out of there just in time on long. Goes for the flash to buy some more time and get behind that silo.
So NaVi have presence in the control area, which is really important to have when you want to plant the bomb onto the B side. NBK, though, and Happy actually the team seem well versed to well positioned to hold this B bomb site. There is a duel going on. Kiyoshima and the Vents. Happy still on the site. The bomb is down as well, but it's only Kiyoshima left versus 3. And he will fall to seized, and that's going to be a second round. And now we start to get into an interesting part of Nuke after a number of rounds. Let's have a look at the money on the CT side here. They may be able to get another buyout, but it will be a forced buy. It will be a limited buy. And should they lose that one, then NaVi will be in an interesting land. They're going to go for the CZs, keep it conservative so they can buy in the next round. You know, they definitely want to limit as many... they want to limit NaVi from winning as many rounds as possible, as few rounds as possible, sorry.
So at this point, we really need to see like EnVy start to pick up the pace a little bit and start playing together. And there you go. Kiyoshima is going to be able to peek into Hut and catch one man off guard. A second frag comes in from Shoxy. I think he snuck up close in yard, and he was able to overwhelm Flamey quickly.
Yeah, and Shoxy's going for the flank, but he's going to meet 2 NaVi players. Can he get the 1v1? No, very nice peek. Look at the skill on this man. Finds himself a 1v1 as well. Tags the second player. Can he finish him off? Indeed he will. This is why Shoxy is one of the best players in the world.
Okay. And this is also why NaVi failed to control that map. It's that they split up. They got picked off one at a time. Whereas the round before that versus Rifles, NaVi stuck together as 5. And everywhere they went, it was one teammate from EnVy versus 5 of NaVi. And they just ground out that round. This time around, they just decided to spread out. And EnVyUs with the pistols were just able to get the drop and consistently take frags that favored them.
Yes, you can see NaVi's approach is not as optimized on this map as it is on others, and they will hurt for those reasons. EnVyUs win a critical round, and they will have a buy and 2 AKs to boot on this round. 2 people down for NaVi already. They've got 2 AKs and a Tech 9 to contest this round with. EnVyUs rotating towards the outside area to pair up with Flamey, who does get a very aggressive Happy. Sees has made his way all the way around to Hell, and he will find a frag onto Shoxy. Now things get interesting for NaVi. 3 versus 3 with significant map control, but does Seized there go up the ladder. Smith is already in rafters, and he's rotating towards the ladder to try and stop Seized. He's going to throw the pop flash in, but are his teammates going to push?
His teammates are working their way around ramp currently, and they're going to be clearing out this area of the map. It seems like they're intent on going towards the lower site right now with 40 seconds left on this clock. Do EnVy have anybody in position already down there? It doesn't seem like it. Yeah, all 3 of them are on the upper site right now. This is about to get very difficult for EnVy. If NaVi can get the bomb down.
They need to do it fast. NBK is rotating towards the control area. He may kick the doors open and bring the house down should the plant come in. 20 seconds remaining. There's no smoke for a safe plant here from NaVi. NBK makes himself known, takes down Flamey and Toxic. Only Zeus remaining, and that's going to be a clean sweep, a hat trick, a trio of murderous frags there for NBK. 8-2, 6-round advantage for EnVyUs now. NaVi definitely going to need more than 2 rounds on this Nuke side, on the T side, sorry, of Nuke.
Oh yeah, certainly. If this goes 13-2, they're going to be very, very sad and hard-pressed in the second half. But then again, you know, we're all saying anything is possible, it seems, in this best of 3 because NaVi got the perfect start on overpass and we're somehow able to squander it. Now we have to see if they can actually go for that opening rush, and they get just slammed down hard. Molotovs go in early because EnVy actually had the money, and that rush gets countered.
Yeah, they were going for a rush there, but the flame carpet just completely ruined their plans. By the time they would have gotten into the site, they would have had all of 20 HP. They're getting cut down regardless. Only Edward is alive at the moment. He's running around outside, but for how long? It's going to be pulled in by his ear by the EnVy players soon, and there it is. Another clean round for EnVyUs. And again, this is a heavily CT-favored map, and we are seeing why.
Yeah, NaVi just not able to make the calls. Once you have the money on the CT side, this is why NaVi always need to be picking up frags round after round. Even if they lose the round, if they can get 3 kills, 4 kills, turn it into these very close situations, then EnVy are going to be hard-pressed to be able to afford incendiaries at the beginning of every round. But we can see right now, 4 incendiaries picked up for EnVy. They're just going to go for the anti-rush every single time. You can see it. Straight into Squeak, straight into Hut. If NaVi run in there, they're going to get barbecued.
Oh, what a shot from Guardian. He stopped Happy going to his happy place, but the trade's coming in all over the place outside. side. 3 versus 4. This is a very strong advantage for NaVi, especially with a minute 20 on the clock. They've got lots of time to play with and lots of map control. But they have to find out where these EnVyUs players are. They're going to be in sneaky places. NBK using the door for protection in the control area. He was previously in secret, but has gone to a more passive place where his teammates can quickly rotate from main to help him. Flash is coming into main. NBK starting to wonder what's going on. They have no control of ramp at the moment. And there is somebody, that's Zeus, creeping into control from the back. NBK, they're going to get the first tag onto him. But for all of 3 HP, that's it.
Yeah, that's it, all 3 HP, but there he goes. It actually just sows a little bit of a confusion in the ranks there for NaVi. Edward gets picked off from ramp, and NBK is going to get caught by Flamey, who has picked up that AWP. So a man advantage now for NaVi, and they've got control of the lower side as well. Although, as I say that, Kiyoshima peeks out from ramp and takes Zeus's head off. Flamey now, can he get the drop on the man who's holding close to sight?
Seas can run distraction, and it's distraction with the bomb. Flamey's going to go down. Seas needs to move fast before the full rotation comes in from the CTs. They hear the plant. Smiths is straight up in the vent. Is he going to get a 1v1? He is. He wins a 1v1. Now it's down to Kiyoshima jumping through hut window to try and find Seas. He'll shoot him straight in the head, and that is another denial for NaVi. They have done lots of damage, but there is a ton of money on EnVy regardless. And they are running out of rounds to win here on the CT half.
Exactly. Past that 10th round mark, now Team EnVy should start to be feeling fairly comfortable with the results here. They don't want it to go 10-5, but if they make it up to 11-4, I mean, that's a perfectly fine score for a CT half. So money is there for EnVy, as you pointed out. They have everything they need going into this round. NaVi are the ones, because they had lost 4 rounds in a row, they got the bomb plant, they're able to squeak by with the buy. So they're going to get the AKs, and they're going to have some limited nades to work with. And we're going to see if Flamey can get another big headshot, because he took Shoxy out the last round, and that created a lot of opportunity for NaVi. So we need to see the young star, essentially, start to shine a little brighter.
Okay, so we've got lots of fire through smoke, through walls, smokes outside. Everything going on at the moment, and again, EnVy in control of the secret area. We've got Shoxy down there with the AWP, as per usual in some of these rounds. 3 rounds remaining for NaVi to try and salvage something out of this half. And again, this is why you don't get impatient when it's 4v2 in a knife round, because this is not a map where you want to start on the T side. Again, the frag's going in favor of EnVy. 1 trade there for NaVi, but they have 4 more players to find. 52 seconds left to do it.
And Happy's going for a push into radio as well. He's going to try and get into lobby fast, but Zeus was waiting for him. He picks his head out, and this is now going to go into a 3-on-3 scenario here. 44 seconds left on this clock, and Navi's still not sure where they want to go. The bomb is still back in T-spawn right now. Zeus actually has to run back, but he's going to clear out radio first before he starts making that play. Who's going to pick up the bomb?
NBK's hiding in Toxic at the moment should things go there, but Kiyoshima and Smiths are looking to clean things up before he needs to even open those doors. Smiths is holding rafters at the moment, as per usual. Guardian is going to pick up the bomb with 20 seconds left. Sounds like they're probably going to have to commit to the A-bomb site. Kiyoshima's going to hear him coming from miles away. And this could be a clean execution, and there it is. Another round in favor of EnVy, 11-2, and it may be a deflated final map and a great best of 3.
Yep, might be what happens here. I mean, just NaVi, they just consistently are getting shut out. 2-3 frags just not going their way. And again, that bomb being left back there. If Zeus can stay in radio and continue to pressure ramp, things look completely different for NaVi, because they can start making plays. But as soon as he gets picked off because he has to run back into T-spawn to pick up that bomb, it all falls apart. So more mistakes made, and NaVi now just on the ropes again with the force buy, and again Shoxy has the AWP. He picks up the first one, but this time it's Guardian to pick up the headshot and clear him out. If Guardian can get his hands on that AWP, that would be a big win here for NaVi.
Edward wins the duel in the main area as well. This is good for NaVi. There's going to be no flank anytime soon from Secret. They have possession of it, but look at Happy. He's in CT spawn. If somebody tries to rotate to hell, he is going to get a nasty frag, but he's revealed his position to Guardian.
That's true, and now they're going to be able to just peek him out. Such a difficult position now for Happy to find himself in, and there you go. Edward, in fact, with the AWP, has picked that up and put it to good use, but there's the fray. The flank coming in from NBK to save the day, takes them out in main, and now it's into a 2-on-2. Kiyoshima spots out another man, and NBK goes through Squeak to take out Seized, and just like that, it's falling apart here for NaVi. Zeus not able to pick up the final one, and Kiyoshima will live. The save coming in from NBK, however, getting those kills from main.
That was monstrous team play by the 2 EnVy players. Monstrous. And Kiyoshima is a bit of a monster himself, currently 19-4, but Shoxy and NBK 17 and 15 kills respectively, not far behind Zeus with only 2 kills in 14 rounds so far. This is not a good half for the in-game leader of NaVi.
No, this is a calamity. This is when the blog comes through, Zeus, if you don't step it up.
They will lament this loss should they not make it through this map.
You can be
They
sure.
were so close to taking it in the previous.
And Happy's going to start off the show and pick off C's. There's Kyoshima picking up another frag. Shoxy alive out in yard. He takes out Zeus, who will just not be able to put another frag, a third frag on the board this half. 15th round of the first half, and Flamey does catch Smith, getting a little impatient, so that's a good kill there, but then Shoxy returns and takes out Flamey, easy as you please, and it's down to Edward. Edward alone, 1v4, and the bomb is dropped out in the middle of nowhere. Shoxy, pretty sure he has eyes on it as well. They know exactly what they need to do here to lock down this round, Envy.
NBK had his use in that last round. You could see him holding it above rafters there, so I'm not sure if he was going for a troll, but it will not be needed. 13-2. And the crowd here in Kiev
Pretty quiet.
is pretty quiet indeed. You might mistake them for being asleep. They're so silent at the moment. This is not a good way to end this best of 3, but again, the loser of this map will have to fight in the loser's bracket tomorrow. So they won't be out of it yet.
And they
but
did 3 rounds here, Envy. I mean, that's not a lot. That is really not a lot when it comes to T-side.
yeah, that's not a lot at all. And they have, again, this is where Crazy Envy comes into play. They could charge any part of this map, kill 2 players, and then NaVi are pretty much screwed.
It does look like it might be an upper rush. No, ramp. It's going to be straight up ramp because they have 2 flashes and a smoke. Imagine they're going to try and get a plant on the lower side here behind that. Flamey, however, is holding the angle, making sure that they won't be able to get in for free. But there's the smoke. Flash to follow. Is C's going to be able to push him behind this? Is he going to find the angle properly? There's the flash as well, and nothing happens. Nobody gets a kill.
Smith's going to make the opening frag here for the French side. NaVi going to have to start being worried now. 2 NaVi players down, but they've got 1 trade kill, and all of a sudden, they've all been slaughtered. It's down to Flamey. It's Flamey versus the whole world. Otherwise, NaVi are going home. Very, very soon indeed.
And there it is, the shot. Flamey never even saw it coming. And I got to say, Seized is going to be one to just be incredibly frustrated right there, seeing as how NBK was able to snake his way back into lobby and then just go for this like quick peek, take his face off. I mean, that battle seemed like Seized had that locked. And now we have Envy on the edge of match point. And you can see the force that's just coming out of Navi, and Nova picked up on Seized.
Yeah, pay note to the fact that Shoxy has 2850 in the bank, but all he requires is a nade and a Tech 9.
He's thinking long term, man. He's thinking AWP next round.
He's carrying an AWP. Guardian, no armor. Scout, sees, no armor. Nova. Zeus falls. Flamey's fallen. Edward with, well, it's all they can do at the moment. It's all they can do.
Oh, well, let's see. Seized. Round 2. There it is. Assassinates Kyoshima, but he gets overwhelmed by Smiths. So no joy there.
Look at the HP of Envy, though. 3 players, NBK, Shoxy, Happy, all 30 or less.
Did he actually just earn achievements, Smith?
We could see some one-taps here from Edward. He could do big damage, and that's exactly what's happening. Almost gets another one. Shoxy left on 1 HP, but it's not enough. Envy have 13 match points.
And how fitting that Smith gets the triple achievement in the match point. I mean, here we go. Yeah, potentially the last match. Well, it is the last match, but potentially the last round of the night. And Navi, again with the force buy. Famas just picked up on Seized. He's tired of the shenanigans. He doesn't need Kevlar. He's looking to take that straight up fight if he can set it up.
Safe for Virtus Pro versus Nip. We've had such wars all evening, and it looks like we're going to end with complete domination on Nuke.
And EnVyUs, man, really showing just some top-notch play. CT side looked indomitable. And there's Happy just hunting down Edward, not letting him use that scout. Shoxy with the Pro 90. He's going to get picked off by Seized, but Seized again, no Kevlar. Can't take a straight-up fight. Flamey, though, he's got the Deagle, but there's no magic this time. And it will be EnVyUs running it back after a horrendous start on Inferno. They managed to bring it 2-0 and close out the series.
I don't know what to say, really, about that. It was, you know,